Okay, today is April 26th, 2017, and right now at 9 p.m. we have a temperature of 71 degrees in the foothills of Los Angeles. The relative humidity is 49%, the dew point is 51 degrees, and the barometer is reading 29.88 inches, so that's down a little bit. There's a couple low pressures over the Las Vegas area right here. We'll take a look at that later on, but notice there's no rain falling anywhere in the central and southern California area. Now, about maybe a half hour ago, we had rain falling and looked like Santa Barbara, maybe up near Lompoc, right up in this area, Lompoc, Vandenberg area, right in this area. That's no longer the case. So as we see, there's just very little rain, nothing at all. If we go further north, we see a little bit of rain up here in the Central Valley and up in the high sea area. That's it. So let's take a look next at what's going on here in our area. This is the infrared map for the Southern California area, the Southwest IR map. We can see these bands of moisture moving down on the jet stream. Let's first take a look at the jet stream map, get acquainted with what's going on. There's been a slight change. There's been some high pressure installed in this area around an upper level low just northeast of the islands. We'll take a look at that. That's pushed the jet stream pattern up just a hair. We can see the difference here. It's no longer running full speed through Southern California, but there's a lot of southeast flow of moisture moving right down into Southern California. So let's go back to the map, the Southwest water vapor map, and we can see the pattern. We can see all that water vapor moving down through the area, but there's no rain. And it was overcast all day. We should have had rain, as they say, today, yesterday, and the day before. That's all been stopped by the terrorists running our weather. They sprayed over the over this moisture field moving down through the area, through the region. Look at this. This is red, solid, basically a deep red. That indicates a very deep layer of water vapor down here on the scale. And yet no rain. And that's because of the transmitter activity. They are, which is generating a lot of wind. We do have some wind, some west to east winds right now. We've got low pressure, as I mentioned, right over Las Vegas. Let's take a look at that right now. Right here, I believe it is, right there. We have two lows right over Las Vegas. There's one over Utah. And we've got all this high pressure right over the Pacific. So we've got low pressure, high pressure flows to low pressure. We have these sort of west to easterly winds, but the wind is blowing in a lot of different directions. There's more than one reason that we're having wind besides these lows and the high out over here. We've got transmitters blowing apart the moistures that is moving down through the state. Let's go look at that right now on the this is the western U.S. Infrared map, and we can see that there's a tremendous amount of outflow. We actually can't see it very well on this map, but there's a spherical shape of outflow right through here, which is evaporating the jet stream moisture as it moves down through California. We can see the pattern begins right about here and just completely breaks up that moisture as it moves in. Let's look at the water vapor map. We can see what's going on. We have plenty of moisture, but no lift. We got the chemtrails spraying all over Southern California. We had hot temperatures today, 87-degree temperatures today in late April, 87 degrees. It was overcast all day. It looked like it might rain, but the transmitter activity prevented that. We can see here much better in the Northeast Pacific water vapor loop what's going on. We have an upper level low developing right here, and these transmitter, these people that have engineered our weather have placed a transmitter all around this, so this will not develop. This is an upper level low. It's visible on the 300 millibar map. And we see the cutout here from that transmitter activity. There's a half circle right here where that transmitter is working. That's forcing the jet stream a little further to the north. We can see that bow, the jet stream from all that transmitter activity. That's evaporating the moisture and redirecting a lot of that up and over, back down into California. And we have this this channel of high pressure built in right here, which is separating all this moisture up here from the jet stream, which would pull it right into California. Also, there's a transmitter right in this area, breaking a hole right through the moisture field right here. Let's take a look at this in the IR map. We can see the effect that's having. That is cutting off, shutting off the water spigot right there. You can see that. And that will end the flow pattern for the time being as this continues to move in. So we should have had rain in California, in our area, in Los Angeles, the last 3 to 4 days. Instead, we've been sprayed like bugs and lied to like fools by the people making their living reporting the weather on television. Okay, now notice here the outflow. This is the point I was making here with this map. Look at this giant circular shaped outflow pattern right here, and that is evaporating the moisture in the jet stream as it moves through California. This is high pressure that's been installed. This is descending air, and that is squashing out all this weather right here. This moisture is evaporating, and that is preventing the rain. Along with the chemtrails, we can see the transmitters at work right here. Bang, they open up a big hole right there. We've got low pressure right over Las Vegas, those two lows we just looked at, and look at here. This big hole opens up. So we've had periods of wind all day long. This is the latest loop. This is a 7.5 hour loop. We've been noticing periods of high winds that come and go all day long. Here's the latest example of why that's happening. We have a transmitter, bang, right there. That's a transmitter burst, microwave. It blows a hole right into the low pressure over Las Vegas. And the residual pressure wave, that moves to the west, and we've been getting winds going in various directions. We've got high pressure installed out here. We'll take a look at that right here. We've got the surface analysis map. High pressure has been installed here for several days. And we've got lows, right? Here's one low. This is parked over, these are two of them right over Las Vegas. So high pressure flows to low pressure. We have winds that should be moving in a eastbound pattern from this setup here. We've got a developing gale marked. We do have some lower pressure, 29.88 inches currently. Now, once again, here we've got these two lows over Las Vegas. All right, so, but the telltale is what we're seeing right here on these maps. Right there. You see a hole, bang, they open that up right there. We have a lot of moisture moving down. Let's take a look at the infrared map. A lot of red, and they just punch a hole right through it. Look at this. Right there. This has been the pattern all day, that every few hours they'll hit it, they'll knock a hole in this area right there. As I say, this is a 7.5 hour loop, and we've been getting very strange weather all day. It was overcast all day until about 7 p.m. when the sun was, started getting dark a little bit. And now we have kind of steady winds tonight in the foothills. So there's a lot of things going on. We have a huge area of high pressure here, but they are targeting, in addition to this high pressure, they're also tailoring high pressure and focusing microwave right in this area. And that's why we're seeing this very odd, unusual dry. If you notice, the purple down here indicates dry. This is the extreme wet end of the scale right here. This purple and this blue and purple area indicates very dry conditions. And so that's what we're seeing right in the midst of this jet stream flow diving right down through the state. None of these puppets on TV will touch this information. What, can't they explain this? We're doing it here. Here's a close-up. Here's the water vapor map. We see that area opening up. This is generating wind, in addition to the pressure gradient from the high pressure sitting offshore and the low over the two lows over Las Vegas. And look at this red. I'm repeating myself, but it's worth noting what's going on here. This should be dumping rain, folks. Deep red. That should be delivering rain. Okay, how clear can I make this for everybody? And we've got people over at geoengineering.org talking about solar radiation management. For God's sakes, that's just a lot of garbage. Okay, solar radiation management has nothing to do with anything. That's a cover story, folks. You guys got to wake up with that. That's a lot of baloney. The facts do not support the solar radiation management argument. The chemtrails are sprayed when the moisture is moving in to prevent the lift. It's that simple, folks. So I would hope that we're all on the same page. We're all watching this, and it's amazing. But we gotta learn from each other, and the research shows very clearly what's going on with the chemtrail spraying activity. The specific timing of the spraying activity is the telltale. When the moisture moves in and there's no rain, the jets are up spraying. Okay, so we got to start connecting those dots. Those are not too hard to connect. All right, so I'm not going to rant too much, but it's pretty basic stuff. All right, so what have we not looked at? Here's the pressure maps right here. Real quick, here's the surface pressure map. High pressure installed here. Got low pressure right here. The 500 millibar, we have high right here. We've got an upper level low right just northeast of Hawaii. So we've got a high indicated here on the 500, some squiggly lines. And then we have the 300, and we see that upper level low right out here, which has a transmitter on it. And that's not going to develop into anything because they've got that thing surrounded. And here's the MONAS Today map. We see all the chemtrails being sprayed all over. This is up near Monterey. We can see a very heavy spraying when this photo was taken. This is a color satellite photo. These are taken daily as we go down towards Lompoc, Vandenberg. We have LA down here. We see a lot of chemtrail haze. Right here, this gray stuff. And we have a lot of natural clouds just off to the west here. This brilliant white. These are the natural clouds. This gray crap is the chemtrail mix, the chemicals that are sprayed out of the jets that are involved in this covert weather manipulation operation. Okay, so here we'll just leave it right here, and let's leave it right here. See that hole being blown right into the. Let's go. Come on, here we go. Right there. That's what I wanted to find. Right there. This is causing a lot of wind. Okay, that's it. We'll do another one later.